everyone, Carl here at Sunset Hills Bison Ranch. Today is December 23rd, 2022. I just got done giving the bison 3 bales of hay out there, breaking the ice on their water. Usually when I'm out here with the skid loader, they come running up to eat because they know that means food, but they were here early this morning and then they went down the alleyway back to their big pasture, and it snowed in pretty good, so I'm gonna go on a hunt for them and make sure they are even in the fence lines, because these snow drifts are drifting against the fence lines and there is a chance they could have just walked up and over one maybe. So be in touch here soon and we'll go see if they're even here. So on my way out there, here's our bison setup for the corral system. Got a crash gate on the end. Probably saw the videos and pictures of that earlier in the year, and that's where we run them through this alleyway here, straight down to the tub. So right by our corral system is our wagons for the clamping. We meant to get those tarped this fall, and one of those things that just never got done. So we're hoping they're holding up pretty good. So yeah. So I'm approaching the pasture and I do not see them anywhere. I'm actually getting kind of nervous. They're usually down here somewhere, out and about. This is not like them to do this. So I'm just gonna take the skid loader here and drive around the whole pasture and lead them back up to the house. We probably should have shut these gates so they couldn't come back before the storm, but again, it's just one of those things that never got done. Good news is there's no snow real deep along the fence line here out, so that is a plus. I don't think they walked over unless the fence is actually down somewhere for some reason. I'm gonna guess they're over at the natives at the fence there. They like to go in that corner and just stand and wait and see if they're gonna get in there or not. But they are nowhere in sight still. Driving through the field. It is -2 for a high today, and these wind chills are like -30. When I was out there cutting the twine off the hay, it didn't take long to get real cold. I'm approaching the native grass fence. They're hard to see, but they are in here. Can't see through these windows with this camera very well. They're just all huddled together down this valley. I think they're just trying to stay out of the wind. This is kind of different than what they usually do. They don't usually come back here and just hang out. So a few of them are coming up, approaching the skid loader here. I'm going to try and get it back up to the house, because that way we can keep a better eye on them. So there they are. That's a better view from the front window. Covered in snow. This wind's probably blowing around 40 plus miles per hour today. It's very cold. This is bison's kind of natural habitat in a way. There were some herds here in Iowa, and of course they lived out west in the mountain ranges, Yellowstone National Park, those types of areas. So they do know how to survive in the stuff. They are still considered wild animals. This is just their natural habitat. They adapt very well to the cold, so it's just kind of neat to watch them. I feel bad for all the cattle farmers because you have to care for them a lot more. You have to try and get them in shelter, and bison just are resilient. You don't have to care for them quite as much. We want to make sure they're in the fences, of course, like I am today, making sure they are okay. But they can withstand this stuff very well. So I am heading up to the house. There's the wagons, and they are following. See them there coming up behind me, very slowly, but they know that skid loader means food, and they're going to come up to the house and get something to eat and drink. For those of you wanting an awesome experience this next spring, summer, and the early fall, come check out these wagons and stay in them. I got hay seeded all around it. then the pasture right here, there's the bison coming up, fence line. So we're excited for this next summer to see what these things can do. I'm hoping we get a lot of bookings. We are in the middle of Iowa, a small town, but our cabin books pretty well, so we thought, why not try something even more unique, different. Not a lot of places in Iowa that have bison, so it's just a different kind of experience, different kind of stay. So come check that out this next summer. Invite your family, friends, relatives if they're coming out this next summer and need a place to stay. Have them check this out. Those got a cowboy pool. Those will be filled up, so you can just sit in. The kids can play in. So we do have 2 wagons. They can be booked either separately or they can be booked together. You can book both the wagons and the cabin if you have a big group. Just want to come out, hang out on a farm, on a ranch, see the way this living is. Give us a call. We do have direct bookings now on our website, sunsethills.life, and then they are on Airbnb and VRBO. So here's the herd making their way up. This is a nasty blizzard. It is cold. So this alleyway, it is filled with snow very quickly, which I don't like, but not much you can do about it. Part of living in Iowa. Also, there's your shower house. There's one for each wagon. You each have your separate keys. So for the privacy of each bathroom, you can lock it if you're leaving, and lock your bathroom essentials in there. So it's got a toilet, sink, and shower in there. Wagons and shower house are both heated and AC'd. They have electric power for lights on the inside. So there's a community fire pit for if you have a big group. You can all just sit there and enjoy the bison view and the view out on the pasture. So come check it out. It'll be interesting to see. We got a gate there, and then this whole part is like filled with snow. I should maybe open that door, but here they come around. The good thing is, she's gonna climb up that snowbank. This is honestly one of the coolest parts with raising these bison, is watching them do things like this. No, this isn't Yellowstone. It's not a national park. They're not necessarily in the wild, but they still, I don't trust them. I wouldn't walk out there with them. A lot of them know me, Beth, and my parents pretty well because we drive around here every day. There's our big bull, Samson. But just seeing them do things like this, it's an incredible experience to be able to live and do this for a living. If you would have asked me even 5 years ago if I'd be raising bison, I would have said probably not. They're so powerful and energetic, athletic. This running through these big drifts, I mean, it slows it down, but it's impressive how quickly they still go through. There's one of our yearly bulls that we kept back for future meat processing. There's Carmel. There's our bottle calf we had. She's not too far behind, so that's good. Let's go see if they found their hay bales. Up and over the fences, so that's a good thing. They're all up here now. I got, like I said, 3 froze again. I broke it up when I came out here first thing, and then it was froze again. Let's just go take a look quick. Yep, she's froze on top already. So I'm gonna get out, break this ice up. There they are. There's the cabin. I'm gonna get them some firewood because they've been here for the last week and they're here until like next Tuesday. We do charge for firewood here, but I'm gonna get them some bundles just for them to use because of the weather here.